The Zone is brought to you by Sega, the makers of Mega Drive and Mega CD.
In your face today on The Zone, we kickstart your weekend with Mortal Kombat 2, the special moves. We also suss out Bob, Drac, Sylvester and Tweety, Syndicate, and Privateer. There's cheats, play guides, and Caligula live and punching at Games Wiz. The dog does the buzz stuff. We preview some upcoming releases and do the Suzuka thing at Time Zone. But first, here's Bookhead.
What can I say about last week? It was a nightmare. I mean, I give people, and I use the term people loosely, I give them an inch and they take a mile. Well, not this week. No, sir, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Today, the Zone. Tomorrow, the world.
I'm gonna take you to a place you've never been before.
It's a dream.
We're 3 minutes away from
We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good.
31 seconds, and we're
Still looking very good.
Quiet. 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 Quiet.
Play and play good. The very latest information on an amazing phenomenon.
Reaching out into other worlds.
I know you're gonna dig this.
You are now entering.
I feel better now. I feel almost normal. Now, everyone has a favourite name. Mine's Adam, which comes from the little-known Latin word Agilus Kingus, which, as everybody knows, means superior being, which in turn has absolutely nothing to do with today's first game, which is called Bob.
The story of Bob is simple. He's a Martian in search of the perfect woman and won't let anything stand in the way of that. Now, with that in-depth storyline out of the way, let's get to the game itself.
This armoured insect-like creature crashes his car on planet Goth on his way to meet his dream babe. Well, pretty sad story if you ask me. His mission is to fight his way through 45 levels of mayhem to score a new space mobile to get on with his day. Let's hope she's the patient sort.
You have 6 different types of weapons and ammo to help you blast your way through 45 levels. That's right, 45 different levels of those bad-type dudes. The graphics are pretty good, with large clear sprites and really cool collision graphics. But the game overall tends to be too boring and repetitive for my liking. But I guess it would be better for younger game players. That's why I give it a 70.
There are lots of firepower to be collected, like rockets and flamethrowers, and other devices such as shields and helicopter hats to help him along the way. The graphics are pretty funky, but the Sonics are really lame. Unfortunately, this is just another platformer. It doesn't offer anything different to make it stand out from the heap. 62.
You'll love this.
They don't call it Street Fighter Turbo for nothing. Here's a code that gives you a 10-star speed setting for the SNES version, and you need to use Controller 2. When the game starts and Turbo flashes across the screen, press down, right button, up, left button, Y, B, X, and A. If you're successful, you get a sound effect, and away you go.
Well, here we are at the Leisure and Allied Showroom. That's Suzuka 8 Hours you're looking at, a very popular game, 4-player, much fun, game by Namco. And here we are over here at Suzuka 8 Hours 2. Much the same game, slightly improved graphics and stuff like that, but you get to choose from 4 tracks. Now, the original one only had 1 track for you to groove around, so once you completed it, it could get a little boring, whereas now, you've got 4. We're going to see if these guys can fight it out. Suzuka 8 Hours 2 by Namco. Let's go. And stuff like that, but it's not about graphics in this. I mean, they look good, they're smooth scrolling sprites. The game is about vibe, okay? We got 2-player, you can get 4-player happening, and let me tell you, when you're racing against 3 friends, it's definitely a very happening game. Right now, Leisure and Allied are the guys that actually supply to all the arcades around Australia. They supply to Time Zone, of course, a big favourite of ours, and in fact, you can go and play Suzuka 8 Hours, and pretty soon Suzuka 8 Hours 2 at George Street Time Zone. That's where we like to do our hand. You got your accelerator in your right hand, brake on your right hand, and you steer the thing by, Muttlee, show them. Like this. Like that. That's how you steer the thing. Do that, you crash. Okay? Crash. What do you reckon, Mutt? Pretty happening game? Well, I think it's quite clear there that Mutt's quite vibed on this game here. Okay, that's it. Mutt loses to the mysterious guy that doesn't talk. Named
It's his
Nick.
birthday.
He's got a little name tag. It's his birthday. He comes here every year and gets free games. Nobody knows who he is, but we love him. Anyway, that's the vibe, okay? So it's basically $1 a game. Very, very cheap. And if you got 3 friends, you're going to have heaps of fun on Namco's Suzuka 8 Hours 2. Count them, guys. The new version. See you later.
Still to come, bad moves on Mortal Kombat 2, hot reviews and previews, not to mention play guides. Zone, hit,
NBA Jam is the hottest game to appear in ages, and both home versions are so close to the coin-op, you'd swear you were playing the arcade game.
It's about speed, action, strategy, and wicked slam dunking.
The graphics are great, the sound is amazing, and the gameplay is unstoppable.
It's one of the best games this year, so buy it now. I'd score it at 95.
95.
Making full use of digitised speech and recent visual upgrades, this game has more options than a lemming on the white cliffs of Dover. So sit down with your favourite cheerleader and plug away into your Mega Drive or your SNES on the greatest sports game that you'll be seeing this year, 94.
Mario Kart isn't a serious racing sim like Nigel Mansell's or Virtual Racing. You've got weapons to pick up, shortcuts on some tracks, and brilliant 2-player modes to choose from.
This is the most competitive, adrenaline-pumping racer I've ever played, and one of the best 2-player games ever made.
The music sets up the fun racing vibe perfectly, and the revs and skids make you feel as if you're really there.
Cool Mode 7 programming gives you heaps of super smooth tracks to race on. Mario scores a big 92.
A must-have. Overall, 93.
All right, as we all know, Mortal Kombat 2 is sweeping a nation. It was released last week on the Mega Drive and the SNES, and everyone's into it. Unfortunately, we cannot show you the footage on this show. We are a G-rated program, and the game is MA. Mature audience, that's right. Okay, now we've called on the boys to act out the moves for you. Sorry, Matt. To act out the moves for you. And just remember, do not try this at home. These are professionals. These are boys in the business. They've done this for years. Let's go, shall we? Bev, call the move for Shansung. Babality. Babality, back, forward, down, high kick. That's a babality. Mutt would now be a little child in a gaming environment. Mutt, please do a reptile move. Fatality. Fatality. Please rip Bev's head off with your tongue. Back. Back, down, low punch, and now Bev's head would be in Mutt's mouth. Thank you very much. We'll be back with a couple of more moves later on in the program. Good work, boys.
Game off. Here's a hint for TFX. Now, if you're running low on fuel, hit the autopilot button. This will take you back to the carrier without losing any more fuel, so you're able to refuel and get back to the missions.
Well, Drax back. I like that. Drax back. You know, it's just rhymes, it sounds... Drax back. Anyway, Drax is back. And he's on the SNES, but this time, he sucks big time.
Straight from the nether regions of dodgy game hell comes Dracula. Now, the box says that it's the ultimate interactive movie, but really, guys, it's just a hideously bad platformer.
Yes, a pathetic platformer with a truly tragic gameplay. You can do a slide moonwalk kind of thing left and right, jump and slash or shoot or whatever, which doesn't sound half as offensive when you say it as it actually is when you're playing the game. The sound might be okay, but then again, who cares?
You play the part of Jonathan Harker, the chap with a bad accent turned vampire hunter, and your job is to kill the Count, who's cast a spell on your babe. Typical. On our way to Transylvania Castle, you must kill a heap of creatures that didn't even appear in the film. Skeleton horses, gigantic spiders, and even a dragon. Where'd that come from? The game makes no attempt to capture the atmosphere of the film, the graphics are dull, and the gameplay is as empty as a bloodless corpse.
Dracula suffers from chronic microcosm syndrome, only there's no groovy intros for you to gawk at first, so instead it just sucks huge time from moment one. In keeping with its title, Dracula is one of the scariest games I've ever laid my SNES on, and in my opinion, one to avoid at all costs. Sorry, Sony, 41.
There's nothing fun or innovative about this one. Buy it and you're a sucker. 40.
Hi, it's that cunny lad Bev with some previews.
ESPN Baseball is from Sony and it's cool. I had a little play the other day, and we're just going to bring you a sneak preview right now. Okay, that's baseball. We got a review of that coming up. But talking about fat people that are really cool, should check out the Flintstones. It's coming out from Ocean, and it's based totally on the new movie that's coming out soon. The world's most famous mouse is turning 65 later on in the year. So the boys at Disney have come up with a new game for him. It's called Mickey's Mania. Dinosaurs, 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 dinosaurs. They're back in Jurassic Park 2. Now the people at Ocean obviously think we haven't had enough of them yet, and I tend to agree.
Here's another in the ongoing Wing Commander series on the PC. Privateer, as it's called, offers more than just flying through endless hours of star patterns while trying to shoot down a bad guy or rival ship that just won't lie down and be shot. The idea of this cool flight game is simple. Make as much money as possible and let the storyline take care of itself. Money is easy to come by, that is if you have the right ship and firepower. Now, blowing away friendly merchants will give you heaps of cargo to trade for cold, hard cash, or try taking on a mercenary mission to take out the local pirates. Either way, the result is the same. By the way, watch out for the alien craft you shot in the intro. Gets a bit upset. 81.
Stun Race FX is a zone-approved game. This week we went through the GameStar cheat file to bring you some tips to help you get around that track even quicker. There's a knack to good stunt driving, and we've got some handy racing tips for you. The turbo option doesn't improve your top speed, just your acceleration, so only use that at the start of the race and after you brake. The left and right buttons should only be used when all else has failed. They slow you down, especially on ice and water, and this can make for poor lap times. We'll be going through that GameStar cheats file again next week, so hang around and check us out then.
It's time now for the bus. Let's get straight to the point. It's time to draw the Zone 3 competition, so letters are going to fall from the sky and I'll catch one. Lucky I caught one. And the winner is the Zone 3 Urban Strike EA competition. Right answers, Trevor. Can't read your last name, Trevor. From Moorebank. Goo-Crodger or something. Sorry, it's up on the screen right now. Just have a look. You've won. And now, time for the news. Last week, Bev told you about a game called Under a Killing Moon. It looked unreal. He also told you that it was brought out by Virgin. He was wrong. It was brought out by Access. Bev is very sorry and is in the moment crying in the back room. No, not really, but anyway, he's really sorry. But next week, he's going to have a world exclusive for you on that game that we showed you before, Sonic and Knuckles, where we've got the cart and you can plug the other Sonic games into it. It's going to be huge. He's going to tell you all about it next week on the show. You still have a chance to win. Yes, you, mate, on the Zone's great trivia competition. That's right. All you got to do is ring the number 0055 60209, charged at 55 cents a minute, so get your olds okay first, and you can win thousands of dollars worth of gaming prizes from the major game companies PlayCorp, EA, Nintendo, and of course Sega.
It's so easy I can do it standing on my head. Hey, listen, PC gamers must be running out of ideas. They're ripping off all the console games and putting them onto PC. They might play better, you never know. Hey, but it's not really adventurous, is it? I mean, not really adventurous at all. So, you know.
Matt, what are you doing?
I'm standing on my head.
No, you're an idiot, is what you're doing.
Who?
And the cameraman's got the camera upside down.
So what's
happening on this show?
How you doing?
Syndicate is not the newest of games on the market, but it's definitely one of the good ones. Syndicate is basically a strategy free-for-all, shoot anything that moves, mission-based arcade game. Sound weird? Well, it is.
Once you've decided on the name and logo for your company, you set out on your mission, initially with the bare minimum, being handguns and basic robotics for each soldier, and very little money. You start off with an army of 8 soldiers to choose from, but you can only ever take out 4 at a time.
You're the leader of a specialised combat team trained to do the missions set out by the Syndicate in a bid to control the countries of the world. What else? Each mission takes you one step closer to total control. But there's a catch, as always. Other rival syndicates aren't going to make it easy at all. not to mention being offside with the cops. The graphics in the actual gameplay aren't world-beating, but you don't need great technological breakthroughs in every game to make it good. Overall, it's a good, strong contender for the game shelf. And by the way, check out the intro. It's pretty awesome. 84.
The graphics are totally tasty and the sound is saucy. My only problem with the game being that you can't actually see the characters you control once they enter a building. Not a huge problem with the two-dimensional map you have, and hopefully you'll be clever enough to buy a scanner when you start. It makes life a lot easier. But I still think it's a fault in the game. How hard would it have been to make the ceilings of buildings temporarily transparent when necessary so that you can see what's going on? Anyway, it still gets an 85.
Righty, here's a play guide for Jungle Strike on the Mega Drive. What you got to do is, once you complete your first 2 missions, go into the hovercraft, then turn around and go back to the Comanche. And once you do that, get in the helicopter, fly all the way up to the top left-hand side of the screen, and you'll see a bridge. Ram it 7 times, and a little gap will appear. Go through it, and you can complete the rest of the game using your helicopter.
These 2 are at it again, this time in their own platformer from Sega. Besides the formidable characters that star in the game, such as Granny, the dog, and of course Sylvester and Tweety, there's not a lot to go on about. The animation is good, but it's nothing great. The sound isn't too bad with the odd digitised character voice. The graphics are as you would expect for cartoons, and the interaction with the scenery around them is the usual item collection or character-on-character battles. What I'm trying to say here is that there's nothing overly special about the game at all. It's just a good, everyday sort of platform game, using the recognisable talents of famous cartoon characters, just to boost its appearance. 65.
Here we are at the pit. Bev, would you please call your move? Friendship. Okay, now may I make a point about a friendship? While Bev is about to do the friendship as Baraka, you can only do a friendship or a ability with any character with A, the fact that you have not used a block the entire round of your finishing move, and B, that you cannot do a high kick in that finishing round as well. Okay, Bev, go for it. Up, forward, and high kick. Thank you very much. Now they're friends. Muttlee, as Melina, please call your move. Fatality. Fatality. This would be the one where you suck Bev in entirely into your stomach and spit out his bones. Yeah, that would be it. That would be it. Okay, thank you. That would be a high kick for 3 seconds. At ease, boys. Right. I suppose that's it.
Hey, Buffett, it's my segment
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah,
It's my
all right,
segment. Will you
all
introduce
right.
me? No, introduce me now. Come on.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
yeah,
introducing
yeah.
it for
Yes,
you.
you are.
Just-
Bet you do. Bet you do.
Here we go.
Thank you.
The moment you've all been waiting for, I'm
Yay.
sure.
Here we go. G'day, it's Kyle here, and I was going to talk about games, but I can't because the buffheads have forgotten to give the name of the winner of Week 5, the 0055 comp. Anyway, the winner is David Sino. Stupid name, David. Stupid place you live in, Benalla, Victoria. Anyway, I hope you lose everything. Next week, more from me, but now it's time to go to the Games Whiz with Daryl and the boys. Bye.
Well, here we are at beautiful downtown lit. That's right, and what are we doing inside?
Inside, not in here, not in here. We're going in there. The Games Whiz Superstore.
We've got thousands of people in barrels. Actually, no, we don't. We've got thousands of entries in barrels.
Thousands of entries, thousands of the same name, thousands of different names. A huge barrel full of thousands of names.
We're going to play a game.
We're going to play games.
Inside.
Yep. And we're going in there, right? Let's meet in there and don't get lost this time. Let's go.
Here we go.
3, 2. Well, at least we came up with the right same space, the same
we're
place.
here now.
Here we are,
In Games Whiz.
inside the Superstore. Games Whiz, it's Lidcombe. I'm not going to do the beautiful downtown thing, man. Are there people everywhere? We've got Triple M here, we've got everybody here.
Great vibe.
Muttlee, if you would be so kind as to draw 2 people out of the barrel. Here we go.
Whoa.
The game we are playing today, guys, is Super Street Fighter. Yes, that's right.
We've got the boys from
Huge
Caligula
game.
in today.
Yes, we've got Jamie and Sean Fonte. We're going to get Fonte with them. Okay,
All right.
go.
Okay, Jamie is playing for Jamie Ewens of Bayview Heights in New South Wales.
And Sean is playing for Miles Carey of Warrnambool, Victoria.
Yeah, and they're playing Super Street Fighter 2.
we're going to go meet the guys, give them a bit of practice, and vibe on. Let's go.
Okay, let's vibe on, mate. Let's vibe out there. Let's get right into it. Come on, Adam, get into the spirit. That's funny stuff.
Pretty funny stuff from the guys. What do you reckon, Daryl?
Oh, it's going to be a huge one. I'm excited, mate. I'm so excited. And here we go for more excitement right now.
Well, here we are with the 40 brothers from Caligula. Guys, I'm actually coaching Sean here, but...
and I'm coaching Jamie because he's going to win.
But Sean and Jamie don't actually need much coaching because they're absolute just winners at Super Street Fighter. So what's happening? We haven't actually been coaching. We've been talking about music. So what's going on, guys? What are we in the middle of? What are we doing?
Talking about music.
Yeah, talking about music.
Because we're in the middle of a tour at the moment.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
How's it going?
Pretty good, mate.
Yeah, it's hard on the road, isn't it?
No, it's terrible.
Good that you took time out to come down, though, I must admit.
Oh, yes, definitely.
All right, so let's get into the action. What do you reckon?
Let's go. Let's just see them beat each other up.
Super Street Fighter 2, the new challenge, here it is. Look at the long-legged man, that's Sean. Who's the other fella? Give on.
The other bloke is Jamie, the big fat man intent on knocking his partner out with his BO, lifting the arms for the armpit pressure.
Oh,
there,
mate, though, some long legs, a reversal attack from the big fella. Oh, chopping like a madman. He's chopping like a chop suey. Look at him chop, mate.
Oh, mate, he's
that's
smiling
it.
too.
It's all over, Gibbo. It's all over quickly. One of the quickest games we've seen. Hands raised high in the air. Got to be happy about that.
He's doing special move all over the place.
Oh, that's right, mate. Big first round win. Now Mr. Long Leg Jamie needs to come back.
Oh, he has
pretty
to win this
quickly.
one. He's kicking hard. He's kicking low. He's kicking high. He's kicking everywhere. Oh, he
the
heard
big summy
from
chop.
the big man. Look at that. He's hit. He's over him. He's down. He's high. Oh, good man. Good move. Long hair. Oh, no, he's in trouble, I think. Long legs. Kick, mate. Kick.
Oh, big long arms stretching out for the eventuality
Oh,
of death,
no,
I
it's
think.
gone. It's finished. It's all over. Oh, no, it's gone. Oh, no, that's it. Oh, that's another win to Matt.
That's it, mate. It's the quickest demolishment of anyone I've ever seen in my life. Jamie has won for Jamie Ewens of Bayview Heights in New South Wales.
What happened?
And has won, well, Adam's off having a Valium shot, has won $600 worth of stuff for his home console.
Miles, Sean has still won for you $150 worth of stuff. So, thanks, mate. Well, that's it for this week, guys. We'll see you later. It's bye from me. And it's bye from us.